I do it? I don't know. That's fine. Or not.
Oh, thank you. Did you get it? I'm sorry. Thank you.
I don't know if it's working, Carol. Sorry.
Okay, take. Welcome to the show, everyone. I am so excited about bringing on my first guest. He's been on with me years. First of all, I want to say hi to everybody out there on Facebook.
Hey, guys.
And I also want to tell everybody, anybody that is driving, pull over and go onto Facebook, because you can watch us in here doing this show live. And right now we've got the coolest stuff on the table. I have with me Daniel Bauman, and he is the owner of White Wolf Black Bear Integrated Healing. I want you to tell everybody a little bit about you.
Okay.
And what you got on the table.
Okay. Hi, Carol. Hello, everyone listening and Facebook Live. Hey, guys. My name is Daniel Bauman, and I'm a healer. When I arrived in Arizona in '91, I met a wonderful, amazing woman named Melody Adams, Touch Hearts woman. Melody is a Native American medicine woman, a shaman, and I spent a couple of years with her. The shaman role in traditional culture, they are the healers for the community, they're the spiritual leaders for the community, but also they act as day-to-day counselors. Melody was kind of like my therapist. I thought I was working on my stuff with her, but I was, but as well I was studying as her apprentice.
And so you're a shaman.
Yes,
Okay.
I've been doing the healing work since 1994.
I got goosebumps sitting next to you. I just love it, because you're a healer.
Yes.
Before we even came on,
Mm-hmm.
you said, Carol, I'd like to get you to calm down a little bit.
Yes. Carol's
and-
little ants.
Yeah, and you have these tuners, these tuning forks
These are tuning forks.
that are unbelievable. And he put it on my head, and you put it on my shoulders.
Shoulders.
Oh,
And were you relaxed afterwards?
in 2 seconds.
Good.
I love it.
Part of my shamanic healing session, I use the white sage, use my rattle, I use the tuning forks, and these are remarkable tools, Carol, because when we think of tuning forks, we think of sound. When we activate the tuning fork, it's not about sound, it's about the vibration,
Right.
the resonance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that vibration, that frequency that goes into the body. It resonates with the skeletal system, and it relaxes you faster than anything I've ever found.
It's fantastic. I also want to talk a little bit about some of the other things really quickly, because you have the feather that you have there. It's called a
This is my smudge fan.
smudge. I was going to say smudge. I didn't want to make. I want to
Smudge
make
fan or prayer fan.
And I just want you to know, folks, that it's not just any feather.
No,
Okay.
No.
No.
These are some of my totem feathers that I collected over the years, that I put together in this smudge fan that I use when we're smudging, to move the smoke around, but also I brush it against the body of my clients or patients, and this helps getting energy moving, and also will dislodge any loose attachments that might be in the aura.
Today, before we came on, we were talking about a couple of different things. Number one, I want to talk about people having to take responsibility for their health, for their well-being.
Absolutely, you have to these days. One of the many things we learned in 2020 is our healthcare is not what we would like it to be. And I am in no way judging the medical community. As you know, I'm part of the medical community.
Right.
I work out at Banner Baywood Medical Center and Banner Heart Hospitals. I give Reiki treatments to patients out there. I'm part of the machine. But, it is lacking in certain ways. Our doctors, God bless them, they are trained to work on the physical body, right? And just the physical body. But we have an emotional body, a mental body, a spiritual body, as well as a physical body. And Carol, they're all connected.
It's wonderful that they have opened up to you, people like you.
Yes.
Because if they are seeing how alternative medicine, there's something there, folks.
It always has been.
Yeah, it has been. And a lot of people out there, I know that they are now reaching out for something like this, because they're not getting the answers, as we were talking earlier, right?
Yes.
So I want to talk about people with childhood or any trauma.
Trauma to the emotional body, trauma to the mental body will manifest physically more times than not. We all know that person that, they're sick all the time. because they're depressed all the time and they're sad all the time. But I just started working with this woman. She has ovarian cancer, and she's in stage 4, and the oncologists were not able to help her, so she came to me. And what I found out was that she experienced trauma as a child, the most horrific kind, that she never processed, she never talked about. And this trauma is directly linked to her cancer. She has 2 brothers, parents, everybody's perfectly healthy in her house, but she has ovarian cancer growing, she's had it for a long time. And it's the trauma, so we're addressing the trauma first off, but also we're changing her diet. Cancer feeds on sugar, so putting her on a keto diet, doing a heavy metals cleanse and a parasite cleanse. I'm getting her on plant medicine, something called black seed oil and something called soursop, something called amygdalin. It's a derivative of the apricot seed. And all of those have been shown to kill certain types of cancer cells.
Now, you just started working with her.
Yes.
Right. I'd love to see down the line how she does.
And she left in a completely different mindset because she has hope now.
Yeah.
We're getting to the root cause. And the doctors, they did everything they could do, but they're not trained for that sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Just think, I was just, as you were talking about this poor woman who had this trauma, and my brother,
Mhm.
I know, had trauma. I don't exactly know everything about
Right.
him. He got cancer, and you were saying how there's nobody who has cancer in her family, no illness.
Mhm.
The same thing in my family, and yet my brother,
Has cancer.
he died.
A lot of times, more times than not, cancer is environmental. So it would not be unusual, like out of 6 members of the family, 5 have cancer, and 1 being healthy.
Right.
What's going on with that 1 person that's healthy?
Right.
And the flip side is what we see here. Out of the 6, 5 are healthy and 1 is not.
I want to give out his information. He's pretty cool. His phone number is 602-400-9103. You can check him out on his website. It's whitewolfblackbear.com. Please, if it's you or someone that you know, let's get everybody healthy. It's
Give me a
somehow
call.
we can. Yeah.
Please give me a call. Consultations are on me. I want to hear from you.
Yeah, and the other thing that I wanted to talk a little bit about was how when somebody comes to you, we talked this last
Mhm.
time, you have this consultation with them. There are people out there that they're suffering in silence.
Yes.
Right? We've talked about that. We also want to talk about the people who have these things going on. We know that there's people who
Are being attacked by the spirit world.
Yeah.
Another way of saying demons. Demons are real, Carol, and like with being molested as a child, these people don't say anything because nobody's going to believe them.
Mhm.
Many of these people that come to me that are sick, that the doctors can't help, I find they're being attacked by demons. That's what the holy water is for. That's what calling out to Jesus Christ is for. We banish these demons in the name of Jesus. But a lot of these people know something is messing with them, but once again, they suffer in silence.
But they call you.
Yeah, oh,
and
yeah.
they tell you that there's something going on with me.
Yeah.
They don't know what, and you're able. What you want to say to people, and I've heard you say it
Yeah.
before, is you believe them.
Oh, absolutely. Go to your doctor first. Always go to your doctor first. We know what it's not, and then come to me.
His phone number again is 602-400-9103. You can check him out on his website, whitewolfblackbear.com. Before we go to a break, I would love for you to do the bell or something, just to give him a
Sure.
little.
And all this is about relaxing. Because when we are relaxed,
Just close your eyes.
isn't that nice? When we are relaxed, we are in a state of healing.
I love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody, maybe it's you, maybe it's someone that you know, have him call. He gives a free consultation. It's 602-400-9100, whitewolfblackbear.com. Hang tight. We'll be back in just a minute.
Yay. Good.
Same thing. We're still live
Okay,
here.
good.
So, listen to your gut.
9103.
Huh?
9103.
What did I do?
9100.
I said that?
Yeah, it's okay. We'll get it next time.
Oh, but because it's written down that way.
Okay. 600. Anyway, listen to your gut. Yes, in taking responsibility for your health, I know so many times people have gone to their doctors, and their doctors have almost pushed them into protocol that didn't feel right to them, or pushed them into diagnosis that didn't feel right to them. I always say, listen to your gut. At the very least, get a second opinion. You know, do that for yourself, because the medicine is not an exact science, and it's not, and everybody's different, and that's what it is. Everybody's different.
Why do people think that it is?
Because it's presented as such, that the doctors know everything, and they don't. Once again, I'm not dogging the doctors. I'm just saying they don't know everything. They don't have all the answers.
Right. It's a shame.
It is.
They should have to kind of go to school and learn some of this.
Well, there's always more to learn, and you know, getting your medical degree, that's
It's
hard.
a big thing, yeah.
That's a lot of work to get that. But the medical institutions of learning, many of them are funded by pharmaceutical companies, so they're taught to either give medicine or perform operations.
Yeah. Honestly, they go in there, they do what they gotta do, and I've learned that firsthand now. They just do, that person does what they do, and they do it, and they've done it, and that's gone.
And then that's that. Next.
Yeah.
It is what it is, you know, and that's why you have to learn for yourself. And now we have this thing called the internet, and everything is at our fingertips.
I know, I've gone down that rabbit hole
Sure.
a couple of times, and it's scary. I just want to get this out of the
Sure.
way for you. You're not worrying me?
No, not at all. And it is scary, because there's a lot we don't know, and a lot they don't know, and there's a lot they're not telling us.
And there's so much information on there, and the more that you look, the worse it gets.
And opposing perspectives, opposing opinions.
Intel come in?
Don't worry, come on, you can sit, just make sure your phone's on.
That's her. Yeah, it was her.
The first time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quickly. I'm so sorry. My caregiver.
It's okay, what?
Yeah, she was here the last time I was on.
Oh,
It was her.
that's funny. It was her.
Yes, it was. Okay. I'll just tell her.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I didn't know I did that. So welcome back, everyone. We're talking with Daniel Bauman, and he's the owner of White Wolf Black Bear Integrative Healing, and he is a shaman. And we have this wonderful stuff that's on the table. Stuff, I called it stuff. Is that okay?
My tools,
What is
yes.
it? Tools that are on the table here. And if you want to and you can, go on to Facebook, put in Networking Arizona, and you can watch us in here doing this show live. It's really cool. And at the break, we were
Yeah.
talking a lot about how doctors, and we're not putting them down in
No,
any
not at
way.
all. Not at
No.
all.
You have to go. You should go.
Always, I have it on my first page of my website. Go see a licensed degree medical professional. First and foremost, each and every time, get an opinion from somebody who knows. And somebody comes to me, they're sick, the first thing I ask is, what did your doctor say? Because then we can roll things out.
Right. But get a second opinion.
Oh, sure. You know, taking responsibility for one's health means, I believe, listening to your gut. Many times we're giving diagnoses or treatment protocols that don't always feel right to us. And I say, listen to your gut. If it doesn't feel right, get another opinion.
So let me just say, at the break, we were, well, not even before you came on, we were talking about a subject that is interesting, and I know about it, parasites.
Oh, parasites.
Let's talk about parasites a little bit.
Okay.
Because I didn't know, I thought like it's one.
No, first off, our culture is the only culture that does not do parasite cleanses regularly. I do 3 a year. These things are parasites are responsible
I've heard
for
that.
so many of our illnesses. Even, I'm going to say it, the big C. What is a tumor? A tumor is a clump of cells surrounded by, in a bubble and protected from the rest of the body. When they go and do a biopsy, that opens that up. And then that's how cancer metastasizes.
Ooh.
Cancer. But we have given anti-parasitic medicine to people with cancer, and it has helped.
So, how does one get parasites? You said we have everybody has them.
Everybody has parasites. We get them through our food, we get them through the environment. If you have pets, dogs, cats, you have parasites. If you eat a lot of fresh fish, sushi, you definitely have parasites.
I'm telling you right now, how many times does everybody just pick? I mean, their dog. They kiss their dog on the lips.
Yep.
You know.
And we all have them. And like I said, we're the only culture that does not do parasite cleanses regularly.
So you help with people with
Oh, sure.
telling them what to do with that.
If you're ready to do a parasite cleanse, I think everyone should do one at least once a year. First, you have to do a heavy metals cleanse.
I just wrote that down. Heavy metals.
Heavy metals, because many of the parasites hide in heavy metals first. And if you just do the parasite cleanse, it's not going to get them out. So you do the heavy metals first, and it's not a challenging cleanse. It's a matter of taking chlorophyll tablets, and you get all this stuff on Amazon.
Heavy metals, and somebody wants to get rid of them. Do they have to like take out all of their old fillings?
That would help. I did that years ago. I took that out. But heavy metals, it's in the air. It's in the food. It's in everything. And so you do a heavy metals cleanse, then you do a parasite cleanse. I mean, and this stuff affects us in ways we are not even aware.
Yeah, I know. And
You know,
everybody
that
doesn't
on top
realize.
of EMF radiation, got to protect yourselves from that. Oh,
Right.
electromagnetic frequency radiation.
Yeah, I happen to I do that. I have a little something that I wear because I'm around all
Oh,
of this.
sure.
Yeah.
You need to.
There's so much that we can do. And what I want to talk about, which we talked about earlier, a little bit about trauma, but now a lot of people have been tuning in now again too after the break. And I want to repeat that because there's so many people who has to deal with their past life, and it's sad because we've all gone through a lot.
We have, and many people, don't talk about it. You have to, if you have experienced trauma, that trauma needs to be addressed because it affects everything, all your personal relationships, how you interact with the world, your jobs, what you do, what you don't do, how far you get in life. Because at the back of your mind, you've been victimized in a horrific manner, and that's going to make you ill.
And you've got to release it,
Yes.
right? You got to, first of all, a lot of people don't even remember it.
Mm-hmm.
I had that for a long time where I didn't even know, but there was something wrong with me. I knew that, and then I finally it started to come out,
Right.
and I had flashes and all that kind of stuff of things that had happened, and a lot of people I bet can relate to what I'm saying.
Oh, sure. There's a new therapy called EMDR therapy, eye movement desensitization reprocessing. It's for people with PTSD, and it is amazing. I've sent many people to my therapist to process their trauma.
Yeah, you have to do it, folks.
Yep.
Now, let me give out his phone number. It's 602-400-9103. That's
And people aren't just sick that come to me. Once we get over the hump, people come back for a tune-up once a month, every few months, just get a tune-up. Like I go to my chiropractor and my massage therapist once a month, just to keep in balance and keep going.
But I want to also say that there's people that may want to talk to you that just have PTSD.
Oh, sure.
Right? I mean, when they come to you, I'd like you to tell them a little bit about how that looks.
Okay, well, first, we always have a consultation on the phone. Want to make sure it's a right fit. But they come in, we sit down in my living room, and we talk. Some people talk for 10 minutes. Some people talk for an hour. But, and many times people come in thinking they have a challenge, but we have to get to the root of that challenge, what is actually causing whatever distress they are experiencing. And once we find that, we make the focus of the healing ceremony about that. Then we walk down the hall, go into the healing room. I get them on the bed, put on the music, and I begin the healing ceremony. I always start with the sage, and I start with the bells, and then I use my rattle. Excuse me.
Do you also do Reiki and all that on that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Reiki is definitely a part of the healing process that I use. About 10 minutes of Reiki just relaxes the person in a manner that nothing else. It's great. Reiki is such an amazing tool for healing. And then I'll get up, use the tuning forks, get back down, do some more Reiki, finish up the ceremony. But the guarantee I make, Carol, is you will feel better. And you will feel better, and people do.
You know, just sitting next to you,
Mm-hmm.
I feel better.
Ah, stop it.
No, I mean, because, and I love talking, I love learning a little bit about this, and folks, you know, there are alternatives.
And a lot of them.
Absolutely, but what I feel that makes you different is that you really listen, and you, like you said before, you listen, but you believe, you understand them. You're not saying, people can trust you.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know, and it's just something that you give off that makes that. It's
We
not,
all have our God-given gifts. People
Yeah.
have always been very comfortable coming to me, telling me the most intimate details of their
Mhm,
life.
mhm.
That's why I can do this work, because they just naturally open up to me.
Now, here's what I want to ask you, because
Mhm.
there's a lot of kids out there. Look at what's happening in the world today with what kids are doing.
Yes,
Scary.
yes
right?
it is.
So do you work with kids as well?
Sometimes I do, if their parents bring them in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it always has to be, if they're underage, I have to get permission.
You know,
The
I
parents.
didn't ask you this at the break, so I'm gonna have to do it now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's live, so,
Sure.
you know.
Go for it.
There's a lot of people that are doing drugs.
Sure.
Okay? And sometimes what those demons that happen to people are drug induced.
Oh, yeah, well, when our defenses are down, that's when the door is open for the demons to come in.
Mm-hmm.
When we're depressed, when we're sad, when we're drunk, when we're high. We all know this guy, Carol, that when he's sober, a wonderful man, family man, father, colleague at work, after a certain amount of alcohol, he turns into a monster.
Mm-hmm.
That is a demonic possession. Ever lose your temper? That is a demonic possession. It happens much more than people realize.
Yeah. But you know, how do you get it out? You have to get rid of
Oh,
it. How do you release that?
We purge in the name, gotta call Jesus, in the name of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
We cast out the demons. And it happens. You can see them come out. You can see people shaking sometimes. Sometimes people vomit up, black.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But it's interesting, and let me say this. Now I'm doing it.
Right.
There's a lot of people out there that might say, you know, this is not the way you'd want to go, but you know what, let me tell you something. You need to open up your mind and
And
like
if
you
nothing
said-
else is working,
But yeah, why not?
if
Then that-
nothing's working, please.
You might as well give them a call. It's a free consultation. Talk a little bit about what's going on.
And I know what we're talking about is resonating with some people in your audience. I know it is, I know it is. Please give me a call, I'm here to help.
His phone number is 602-400-9103. His website is whitewolfblackbear.com. You gotta check him out. He's really one of a kind as far as I'm concerned, and he's here to help. Again, that number is 602-400-9103, whitewolfblackbear.com.
Bam!
That's
Yay!
so fast. It
Yes,
just goes too fast.
I know. We could
I'm
talk
gonna
all
check
day.
that on there to make sure what I
Okay.
did, but I don't know what I can do in the middle like that
Mhm.
for your video.
Oh, okay.
But I
That's
will
okay.
see, because I have somebody that helps me,
Mhm.
and there's a way I can do it, I know, so we'll make sure, I will
Okay.
just cut that out.
Okay, that's never
I'll
happened
have to,
before.
I don't remember that,